Check, check. What's up? Calm your mental family. Check, check. That's what we say on the plane when we're checking the phones. PA check 1. Calm your mental family. What is going on? How are you? I hope you're well. I hope this message, this love note finds you chilling somewhere with your feet up, taking a long drive or a long bath, or about to drift off to sleep. You know, I don't get offended if you fall asleep on my episodes because I know the power of my voice. I've heard it too many times. I put so many people to sleep. But not in the boring kind of way, in the way that my voice is medicine. And that was my purpose for starting this channel, this podcast, to be medicine to you. So yeah, welcome to another installment of Calm. I'm just here to refill your prescription. Make sure you have a decent week with a little bit of calm infused into it. And yeah, I'm getting myself right too here, sitting, drinking, sipping this honey lavender stress relief tea as I vibe and record to this track called Lazy Walk, brought to you by Mershmelly. Salute. We appreciate you for providing these dope beats. And yeah, y'all, I just wanted to record, put a little something in the air, share a little experience I had. I tried something outside of my comfort zone based on an interest that has been growing more and more and more. So, you know, for a long time I was doing Qigong. But man, for the last year or so, I just have fallen off big time. But I had decreased just movement, period. I haven't really been doing anything to help move any energy out of my body. And I could tell because my health started to take a turn again. But you know, you guys have seen my videos of me walking in the forest, running on the treadmill. But I've been craving community. I've been craving collaboration. I've been like envisioning myself around people that I, you know, could do dope shit with. And anytime that I really want to do something but don't have the nerve to do it, I have to entertain it for a while. I have to visualize it. I have to embody it, sit in it. Well, I've been enjoying the hell out of walking, taking long walks and running on the treadmill. And so it was like, there's got to be something out there. There's got to be something somewhere out there, you know, that I could go do this with other people. And so last month I was in Manhattan Beach. I was in LA and I was at the beach and I saw these people running. It was a group of people, a group of Black people. And I was like, oh shit. And so the person I was with caught up with one of the guys and was like, yo, what is this? And they were like, oh, we're a running club. We do this every Saturday. And so I was like, what? Dang, I wish there was something like this in Washington. And wouldn't you know it, my manifestation skills are on 10,000. And about a week ago, I was scrolling on Instagram, and wouldn't you know, a black running club pops up on my feed, located in the Pacific Northwest in Washington. And I just thought to myself, oh shit, okay, this is what you wanted. It's here now. Now what? Like, now what excuse are you going to give yourself not to do it? And so I joined the club, as in filled out the form, and was added to like a group chat. And, you know, I'm just in there kind of scoping, trying to figure out when I was actually going to go try. And, welp. I did go try this weekend. And, you know, the night before, I kept going back and forth in my head. Am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? Should I go there? What if they don't like me? What if I don't meet anybody I, you know, vibe with there? What if I'm not fast enough? What if I can't run? What if I'm just walking? Will there be other walkers? Like, you know, a jillion things that just run through your mind when you're scared. And so, yeah, I almost talked myself out of going. But as with so many other things that I've had to face and make a decision about and overcome, it came down to whether I would want to sit with that feeling of regret from not going, from not trying, from not seeing for myself if my fears were right or not. And if my fears would be enough to deter me from going again. So I went, I showed up, and it just was a time for me, an amazing time. From the moment I parked and saw the view of the water, already sold there, to see this beautiful trail that stretched for miles with people walking, running, talking. I even saw a beach with sand for the first time in Washington. And then the people start to show up. And I met, the first person I meet is just so sweet and so warm, so kind. And then I meet another and another and another. And I can't tell you what it did for my spirit. Just to be around people and be around people who were doing something that I was interested in, that I've been falling in love with each time that I do it. To be able to commune and talk and allow myself to be a part of something. Even amongst my fears and my doubts, I just didn't want to entertain my old frequency anymore. So I was willing to face rejection. I was willing to face embarrassment of not being fast enough. of not being able to keep up, of not looking like others. And I feel like I birthed a new version of myself, just allowing myself to show up and be a part of something. And yes, I was the slowest. Everyone else was running. Everyone else looked seasoned. They looked great. I probably ran for 30 seconds and walked most of the way. But you know how inspiring it was to be a part of something where I could see where I was at, but I could also see what my potential looked like in others, what I could aspire to be in something I really enjoyed. And that alone was a huge turning point for me, because in my youth, in my childhood, I struggled with my self-esteem to the point that I wouldn't even try shit that I really wanted to do because I was afraid of the criticism. I was afraid of the ridicule. I was afraid of the rejection. I was afraid of not being like everyone else. There were natural deficiencies that I was born with, things that I struggled with that the people around me didn't struggle with, that already had me feeling like I was at a disadvantage in my youth. And so it would keep me from trying. And there was a component in there that I didn't realize in my youth that I realized this past Saturday, getting out there. Because the next day, that after I had gone and, participated with this run club, all the negative talk came back. All of the, you weren't good enough, you shouldn't run with them, or you shouldn't try again. You're embarrassing yourself. You're not good enough to be around them. You're not fast enough. Because again, I walked most of the way. I was very much turtle girl. So that negative self-talk, it set in heavy the morning after. And my mind gave me a million reasons not to do it again, to just keep walking on my own. But the component that I was missing in my youth, that I'm very aware of now, is that you can't get to where others are if you don't start somewhere. And yeah, you're gonna have to eat that embarrassment. You're gonna have to eat whatever it is that you're feeling. You might have to eat the rejection or whatever the fuck. But if you are trying to get up to a point of mastery, of greatness, of true potential in yourself, you have to start. You have to honor the process that it takes to get to those people you admire so much that are running faster than you. Now, my mind, I don't care what it is, for some reason it goes into competition, competitive mode. It just goes there. But I had to sit with myself and remind myself, like, this isn't a competition against anyone except me. This is me challenging me to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep putting myself in the environment that will help me improve. That doesn't mean that the feelings of embarrassment or inadequacy or insecurity don't show up. But you don't let them stop you. Your greatness, my greatness, is available, is waiting, is a matter of repetition. It's a matter of consistency, building a routine. And you won't get there if you don't try again and again and again. I'm loving my 40s for these lessons. Because now at this point, it's not about who thinks what about me. It's what I believe about myself and what I want for myself. And what I want for myself is greater than any opinion. So whether I belong in that run club or not, I'm going to keep running. And I'm going to find out who does it the best. So that I have something to work up to. And it isn't just about the running. It's about how the running makes me feel. And that's why I won't stop. So this love note is a reminder that shit, you're gonna suck at some shit. It's just gonna be what it is. At first, right? But if you really enjoy it and it lights you up inside, give yourself the opportunity and permission to try again and again and again. Give yourself the grace to get better. Stop quitting after the first try. I feel like that's my biggest regret in life, are the times that I really wanted to do something, but I saw how many people were better than me, and I just quit. Mastery wasn't even an idea and a concept then. It was like, oh no, they're better than me. How many opportunities did I miss by just not believing in myself, not believing I could get there. I wasn't there, but I could get there. So yeah, I'm just at a stage in my life where living with regret is much more painful than trying. Even at the risk of me making an ass out of myself. We're not doing that. Oh, I'm definitely gonna make an ass out of myself. But I'm gonna try, motherfucker, okay? Lordy. So yeah, y'all, that's my story. And I intend to go back. I intend to do what I need to do to reach my fullest potential. As a walker, as a runner, as a whatever. Whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck. I'm going to be great at it. And for the first half of my life, I was really great at fucking up. Really good at that, yo. Like, if you need some advice on the fucking up, I can help you out. I'm a master of that shit. So... anyway, I think there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I know that this episode is running a little longer than normal, but fuck it, I don't know when I'm gonna record again. So, before I forget, shout out to the Black Pacific Northwest Run Club. So many dope people. And beyond the running, it was about community for me, and I definitely felt a lot of that there. So yeah, shout out to them for even letting me embarrass myself. But like, just vibe with them, because I came away with at least a few new, I think, potential great relationships, friendships. Shout out to Mel, specifically the founder of Pacific Northwest Run Club. So before I jump off of this long-winded love note, I wanted to end with a quote, and this quote has just been sticking with me for some time now, and I really felt like it applied to my experience this weekend. And although there is the author of this quote is different than who I'm quoting, I just remember Nipsey saying it. Nipsey Hussle saying it. And he said, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And if you're not sure what that means, what he's saying is, if you're the best in that room, then you're not being challenged. And you need to switch rooms. You need to go to a room where you're not the best, where there's room for growth, where there's room for you to expand in your knowledge, in your endurance, in your cash flow, whatever it is. And so while I could have looked at the situation of everybody being faster than me, probably way more seasoned than me, who have trained their bodies to do this thing. It was all fairly new to me, other than me out walking in the wilderness by myself and running on the treadmill. I have no prior experience, nor have I been training. And so, yeah, I could have looked at the experience of everyone else and be like, I don't belong in here. And I did have those moments. But that quote reminded me that, no, I do belong in here, because I can learn from so many of these people. I can get better from seeing people better than me do what they do. And I was in a space before, especially with my ego, where I wouldn't put myself in spaces where I knew someone was smarter than me or knew someone was better than me, because I felt some way insecure about it. But now I understand that being in a room with people who are better than me at whatever they're doing maximizes my own potential to become greater. And I can learn something different from each person in that room. And then, once you get to a place where you're the best person in the room, perhaps you move to another room. But also perhaps you teach. You become the teacher. Now, I'm far from the teacher part in this area. I probably could help a brother or sister out in a couple of other areas. But it's definitely not running. I'm definitely the student. And that's exciting to me. So yeah, don't be intimidated by not being the smartest, not being the fastest. Instead, look at all the space for your potential to become those things. And then what? You just move to another room where you can be challenged more. Multiply your potential. And the way I see it, when you multiply your potential, because your gifts have multiplied, you just have more to share with others. That's if you're doing it right. What's life without a little sharing? Take that how you want. All right. That's enough of me fooling around. I've hoped you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed recording it. I have a few new things coming up. Some books I've recently read. I've took a dive into the fiction space, fantasy, which is not my norm. I'm usually on the autobiography side of life, but yeah, it's been really dope. So there's a couple of books I want to share, encourage others to maybe entertain. And I'm sure with this new path I'm on of just, being Curious Georgette, I'll have more fun things to share that'll hopefully encourage you to go do some dumb shit or fun shit or whatever. But yeah, we'll end on this note. That's all I have for now. Until next time.